Welcome to part 5 of my pickups for May 29th, 2015. Here's the track listing here. I like that frog. This is put out by Sony SRC Vinyl. But you have Israel Sun, Tomorrow. I mean, I've listened to, I think, at least the first side, all of the first side, I believe, maybe side B, but it's a good pressing, sounds good. I believe the sound here has been remastered for this particular release. So worth getting if you're a Silverchair fan. And I think this was their most popular album. That's really the only one I've heard by them. I think I've listened to clips of their other albums, but nothing compares to this one. This is a 20th anniversary reissue. Okay. Sticking with rock and roll, and we'll go to the ambient stuff later. Here is Foo Fighters' Sonic Highways. There's 8 different, I think like 5 or 6 different versions of this cover. This is the Washington one. There's one for, I think, each city that is represented on this album cover. And I think there's also one that shows all the different cities on the album cover. I know the CD is that way, but they did something special for the records. So I was kind of surprised when I got this. But the whole album is good. I think the standout tracks for me are Congregation, I Am a River, and In the Clear. But well produced. You know, it has some hype behind it. This version also comes with a download card, which I'm not going to really show. It's really nothing much to look at, really. I mean, there it is. And I've already downloaded the music off of it. So, that's nice to have. Yeah, I just finally said screw it and started getting these represses. They're a lot cheaper than buying the originals. And I don't think this originally came out on vinyl anyways. If it did, it just wasn't listed on Discogs.com. But great pressing here, done by Geffen and Joyride and Universal Music Special Markets. I believe this was just put out on CD back in 1998. But sounds great. It's on orange vinyl. Don't believe I've shown this. There you go. I think that's what's in with the CD. I've seen the CD. I've seen 2 copies of it. But I do know the actual label on this is what's on the CD, at least on the first side that I know of. There it is, orange translucent vinyl. It's a little rough around the edges, but it sounds good. And comes with a polyline sleeve, which a lot of releases just don't come with these days. So, saves me a little bit of money. Anyways, moving onward to the ambient stuff. Here is Tycho's Dive. This is a sealed version. Goes for, you know, decent price. I listened to some tracks online. It's also available on my Prime account for free. Great album. And I might get another one of theirs on CD, though. These are a little pricey, including this too. Brian Eno, Ambient 1, Music for Airports. This is the original, I believe it's an original 1978 edition on vinyl. But here's it's on the editions label. This was actually installed, so to speak, into an airport in New York. This music was, and I can see why. It's relaxing. It is a little repetitive. It's looped music. I think it only has 4 tracks on it, but with each track it has a loop to it, but it builds and has different things in it. So well made. Came with a custom inner sleeve, talking about the album. I got into him just by accident on YouTube. Just stumbled across his music. When I was looking at Tycho's album, someone had recommended this. It was in the recommended section. So, went ahead and checked it out. Now, moving to the last thing here, which I've never shown in high def. If I hurry, I'll be able to do it. Here is Amadeus. What is this? There we go. It's quite heavy. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart with Hermann Prey, Edith. I think this is actually a play. This is done by Grand Prix de Suez in Paris, or I don't know if that's a record label or not, but this was released back in 1968. Nice hard box. It was obviously not really used all that much, and I can tell that because, and that's just a fabulous looking book here, barely used. Kind of has that old smell to it, but the records themselves are put in polyline sleeves. They're in immaculate shape. This is obviously from Germany, put out by Dutch Gramophone. It says right here, made in Germany. And it's everything's in German. There's not a lick of this in English. These have to be newer polyline sleeves. But there's like 2, 3, 4 discs. I believe there's probably more to this, just based on that. Well, maybe not, but it's just interesting. Music with a play, which I can't really understand, but it's really neat to have, and I got it for $1 right back when I started collecting vinyl. Very interesting stuff, I believe. I haven't listened to it in a while, so I'll throw it on the record player and see how it sounds with the new cartridge as well. So if you're into classical music, I recommend that. I don't know what it goes for now. I mean, I bought that back in like 2007 or 8. Rob Zombie really comes with a cool insert. I don't know if that came with the CD as well, because I've never owned the CD. Very cool stuff. Looks like a horror, something out of a horror movie. If the camera will focus. Very well done. Just very well done. Just find it interesting they didn't use this extra slot here, which is in the album cover, to put another disc, because they could have made it. They could have made this a double disc, I think. But that is my pickups, guys, for this month. I do have a few more things coming in. I've actually slowed down quite a bit with my purchases, and I'm going to continue to stay at that pace, which is a slow pace of picking things up. I think I overdid it there for a while, so I actually have to recoup my money and just enjoy what I have. But I'll be buying things here and there. I may just retreat back to going to the stores in order to save money on shipping, because that's what was in part killing me, so to speak. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about any of these items, feel free to ask, and I'll get back to questions as soon as possible.